and get a view of the entire ocean or the entire world and recognize there's a lot more going on around here than just starfish. So now the secret for overcoming overwhelm. Zoom in and zoom out appropriately. When we've zoomed way out and we can see the entire ocean, perhaps even the entire earth, can that perspective sometimes be overwhelming when you see all the things that need to be done that are coming in all at one time? Absolutely. But what's the solution to that overwhelm? Zoom in a little. Zoom in on what it is that you're working on right now. Handle that one thing. But then we start handling that thing. Oh, and there are problems. We have to zoom in a little further and a little further to handle the problem. It's called focus. It's a good thing. But then when we focus in a little too much, we lose sight of the rest of the world. And the next thing we know, the only thing going on in life is this thing that I'm focusing on right now. And I'm having a problem with it. So my whole life isn't doing very well right now. But all I have to do when I'm feeling that overwhelm is what? Zoom out. As a matter of fact, I'd like you to consider that overwhelm is just a signal your body gives you that you've lost perspective and need to zoom. If you've lost perspective because you're too close to something and it seems too big for you to handle, zoom out. Get that perspective. If you're overwhelmed because there seems like too many things coming at you at once, zoom in. The secret to success is to zoom in and out all day long. Handle something, zoom out, pick the next thing, zoom in, handle that, zoom in, fix that problem, zoom out a little further, prioritize. The secret is to continue zooming and to catch the signal that your body gives you called overwhelm when you get stuck in the wrong level of zoom. Could it actually be that simple? Could the solution to overwhelm simply be to notice the signal your body is giving you and then zoom in and zoom out appropriately? I would invite you to try it. As a matter of fact, your body gives you all kinds of signals letting you know what to do. You know that when your body gives you the signal of hungry, it just means that you need to eat. And when your body gives you the signal of overwhelm, it just means to zoom in and zoom out. So now let's take a look at an extended signal your body might give you that's extended overwhelm, and we call it stress. Let's look at the fact that a stressor is simply something that asks you to respond to it. A stressor doesn't have to be stressful. It's just a thing in the world that's asking us to respond to it. Stress, though, is your body's reaction to a perceived threat. It's when we perceive something in our environments as a threat that the body's natural protective mechanism kicks in. And at that moment, when you've perceived something as a threat, that deadline, that coworker, that project, that subordinate, it's at that moment that we perceive it as a threat that our body's protective mechanism kicks in and hijacks all of our sensibilities. And all the things that we've learned to do and all the things that we know disappear, and we're only able to respond in one of three ways. They all begin with the letter F. They're the triple F, fight, flight, or freeze response. So how many of the situations that you deal with at work would fighting, fleeing, or freezing be the best way to handle? And if you're wondering, what does fighting, fleeing, and freezing have to do with being overwhelmed and being productive? I'd like you to consider any negative habit you or anyone else you know has, particularly with regard to time and productivity. Procrastination. Wow, that sounds like a freeze behavior. How about defensiveness? That's fight. Inability to focus. That's freeze. How about when people get negative and start complaining and whining? That's a fight behavior. And I ask you again, fighting, fleeing, and freezing. Would any of those be the way that you'd like to handle what's going on in your work environment? When the fight, flight, or freeze response kicks in, all the blood and oxygen in your body go to your muscles so that in case you need to fight or flee, you'll be ready. You know what happens to your brain? It evacuates. The very thing that we need to handle the situation, our brains, completely useless. Let me prove that to you. Haven't you been in a stressful situation and after it was all over later, you thought